I'm going to be making a summer punch slush recipe, also known as the wedding punch slush. For that, we need some orange juice concentrate. This is 12 ounces of orange juice, 12 ounces of lemonade concentrate. You're going to need some almond extract, which I don't have and I'm leaving out, and some vanilla flavor. And then we're going to mix that together with some sugar and water, and then we will freeze it. When we go to serve it, we'll use a lemon lime soda to mix it up with. This is a really good summertime thing to have in the summer. It's very refreshing. My husband and I have made this for several weddings and big parties. 3 I can think of offhand, just off the top of my head. If you're going to make it for a large group, the best way I would suggest to figure out how much you need is to figure out the size of the cups that you'll be using to put the punch in. And then there are 20 cups of water in this. So you figure if you've got like a 5 or 6 ounce cup, that you're going to get 40 servings or more out of a batch. So if you were making it for 200 people, you probably need to do this recipe 5 times. So I've put the 12 ounces of orange juice concentrate and 12 ounces of lemonade concentrate in with 4 cups of sugar. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, vanilla flavor into this. And the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of almond flavoring, which makes it delicious. I just don't happen to have any, and there are other reasons why I choose not to put it in. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up now. I don't have a big enough bowl to mix it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this and then put half of it in another bowl and then add the water. But this makes a really good special occasion drink, non-alcoholic drink. There were several of the weddings, well actually all 3 of the weddings I can think of that we made this for were in the summertime, and so people drank a lot of it because it was so hot. One well, I guess all 3 of them were outdoor venues. One of them being in Idaho, which was very hot that day, and then the 2 others being in Phoenix. Well, one was Mesa, the other one was Phoenix. regardless of whether you're doing it for a large event or not. This is something that you can't decide to do a couple of hours before the party. And probably not even, you probably even need 3 to 4 days. You should make it 3 to 4 days ahead, and probably ideally even a week ahead if you've got the freezer space. I know that freezing the large batches of it, it took a long time to freeze. So this is something that you could do a couple weeks if you were doing it for a wedding or an anniversary party or something. You could do this a couple weeks ahead of time, and it would be done. You wouldn't have to worry about it except assembling it the day of the party. And you typically need 1 or 2 2-liter bottles of the lemon lime drink. Most of the time I've used Sprite or 7-Up. I got the Sierra Mist this time because it was the cheaper option. And I don't know if that's divided up evenly or not. Looks like there's more in this one. Okay. So now we need to add 20 cups of water. That was 8 cups. With another 2 cups. Okay, 8 cups in there. Now what I should have done if I'd have been thinking, since there's just the 2 of us, I should have cut this recipe in half and just done 6-ounce containers of concentrate. It's summer in Phoenix, so it's 1,000 degrees out, and I'm making this so that we can use it for Father's Day this Sunday, so it'll be nice and refreshing. Everybody will enjoy it. And then we can also have it for July 4th and anything else that's coming up. I think that's mixed up pretty good. And I'm just going to store this in ziplock freezer bags. even doing so, I like to make sure that I like to put them in the freezer on a baking sheet so that there are no leaks or spills. Would probably be helpful having somebody help you with the pouring step. I mean, I did it okay, but still some of the sugar didn't dissolve. Going to go empty out a spot in my freezer so I can put these in and show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I got 4-gallon size Ziploc bags out of that batch. So I laid them down flat as opposed to upright so that they will freeze thinner, in a thinner mass, so that it will be easier to thaw them when we go to use them. So I took this out of the freezer about 30 minutes ago, but it wasn't a whole bag. We've been using it, and so you just kind of let it get a little soft, and then I take a potato masher you have a whole bag that is frozen, you probably need to let it thaw for an hour to 2 hours, maybe, depending on how hot your house is. But you just mash it until it gets slushy like that. And then you add some really cold, either Sprite or 7-Up or any kind of lemon lime soda. There's also a variation on this punch that you don't freeze, and I'll leave that recipe in the description box as well. I'm just putting it in little cups here so you can see what a serving size might be if you were doing it for a party. And then if you have some straws, then you can just go ahead and serve it with those. I just cut those down a little bit. But there you have the wedding punch slush. Nice and cool and refreshing on a hot day.